game like for you?
I mean, it was fun. It was a good atmosphere, you know, all the people there. I mean, I wish it could have been a different outcome, of course, but it was still fun.
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
What positives do you take away from that game?
I mean, I thought our offense executed for the most part. Obviously, there's stuff that we got to clean up and get better at, but I mean, I feel like, you know, scoring 31 points on a team like that is pretty impressive. But there's just little things we got to clean up, you know, to have a more complete game. But I think for the most part, we did good.
Let's talk about that first touchdown reception. Jake was in the game. He gets hurt. He goes out. And here's Connor. Talk about what happened on that play.
I mean, you know, that's just something we rep all the time in practice with both quarterbacks. You know, so I mean, I knew he was going to come in, and if they showed the right look for the throw, he would make the throw. And you know, perfect defense for the play. Coach called a good play at the right time. I just caught the ball and ran.
Can you just talk about, you know, the presence Connor had when he came in? What was he like to you guys in the huddle, and you know, what was that like just to kind of rally behind him a little bit, put some points on the board?
I mean, Connor's always been, you know, a really confident player. You know, he's really confident in his abilities. So we know what he can do when he gets in the game, and you know, there's really no drop off between him and Jake. That's why the competition was so long. So I mean, we believe in Connor and what he brings to the table.
That second touchdown, a completely different type of touchdown. Were you worried about getting that foot in bounds? Talk about that.
I mean, not really. Connor gave me a good ball, so I figured if I just run into it, I'll be in. You know, toe tap drill, something we work, so that's just what I did.
Was that one of the more better thrown balls that you've caught here at Oregon State?
Oh yeah, absolutely. You know, he put it exactly where it needed to be for me to get a chance to go get it. So.
You showed some pretty good speed on that first touchdown, but then here comes Pierce with those two long bombs.
Right.
Who's faster?
Oh, I'm faster. No question. I'm faster.
What about that, though, to see him take off like a sprinter?
I mean, that's good for us. You know, one play, get out, gives us a break. You know, he's a threat every time he has the ball in his hand. So for him to show like what he could do against a defense like that, run defense like that, shows a lot, you know, about him.
Can you talk just about the impact of being able to come back to Reser Stadium now, home opener, and kind of get that Ohio State game kind of on the back burner a little bit?
You know, just being able to be back home in front of our fans. You know, being away from that hostile territory will be nice. You know, I don't want to talk bad about Southern Utah, but they're not as good as Ohio State, obviously. So I mean, it should be a different type of game. We're still prepping like, you know, like they could come in and beat us. You feel me? It's anybody's game. So it'll be good just to be back at home in front of our fans.
What was that environment?
Pardon me, Brandon. How important will it be this weekend to get that win, to get on track? I mean noting the history of what happened last year.
I mean, it's super important. You know, anytime getting a win, you know, win's a win. You feel me? So I feel like that'll just, you know, give us good momentum going into Nevada next week. But we got to take care of business this week first.
How much of a growing experience can it be for some of the young guys, like, you know, that played in the basically one of the most hostile environments in college football, and just kind of for their first game, that was what it was? How do you think that can help your guys' team move forward?
They'll never see another stadium like that this year. I don't even know if they'll see one like that next year. So, I mean, just knowing that nothing will ever be that loud or, you know, that crazy, I feel like will give them more confidence, and they won't be as like anxious going into other games.
Was that weird sitting in the locker room for so long at halftime?
Yeah, I feel like we were sitting there for like an hour. It was crazy. That was crazy. No, yeah, I didn't like that at all.
Okay, thanks for